Hi everyone, this is Stellar Cameraman here. Just recently, Dom Studios released a stunning special episode, which literally amazed me with its richness of cool scenes. Probably some people have a lot of questions after watching this special episode, and in this video, I'll try to explain everything in detail and put everything in its place. For example, what did TV Titan say, and why was he angry? And there's a lot of details that just need to be sorted out, which is what we're going to do today. So right now, like it, subscribe to the channel, now let's go. The episode starts off with us rewinding shorts, also recently released, but we'll talk about it later. Before we get into it, I'd like to say that this special episode takes place in a different timeline and it has nothing to do with ours. Now let's get to the showdown. A scientist bursts onto the battlefield, and then the cameraman and speakerman titans join in. TV Titan decided not to lag behind and teleported to us with the phrase, "You should have bought me more time." You can understand that he was addressing a cameraman titan. But what was he talking about? That's what I have a hunch about. Perhaps TV Titan was on a secret mission, a mission I have mentioned many times. But the cameraman titan could not buy time, and because of that, TV got angry. Then the scientist started shooting at TV Titan with his lasers, but TV released his side TVs and attacked the scientist. Next, we see someone spit acid into the cameraman titan's cannon, destroying it, and it turns out to be a Skibidi skull. But the cameraman titan didn't like this move, and with one shot from his cannon, he destroyed the skulls. And then suddenly, from behind, a speaker titan opens a big, up-to-the-creeps familiar portal from which Counter Titan comes out. Then Drillman Titan attacks him, and they have a hard swing. This battle reminded me of the moment from the movie Jurassic Park, where T-Rex and Indominus also fought, and even the sound was similar, and it was definitely a reference to that movie. In the last few series, Dom started making a lot of references. Then Speaker Titan draws attention to himself to let Drill Titan rest. Speaker, with his long chains, grabbed the back things of a Counter Titan and ripped them off, but he was not amiss and ripped off his arms. To make it clearer, I will not talk about my theories now, so as not to get lost. We will understand everything later on. After all this action, the scene changes and we are transferred to Big Ben, who is in his room with the CLOCKMANs, namely Clock Chief, Clock Woman, Clock Scientist, and in general, the rest of the important clocks, including Clock Healer. They're all trying to revive the dead Big CLOCKMAN. And for you all to understand what I'm going to talk about next, let's move to the very shorts I was talking about at the beginning of the video. In this video, we see how the Clock Chief and Alpha fight. Here, the Chief loses badly, and so that their boss does not die, the big clock stops time. Probably because of the heavy load, he starts ticking faster, and then his head explodes. And now our CLOCKMANs are lined up in a circle to revive the big one again. Suddenly, there is a big explosion that pushes everyone away. We see the CLOCKMAN from the future, who was revived, and now it became clear why he is so powerful. He got the abilities of those who were in his ritual revival. Only the Clock Chief stood up from the last strength, because he spent all his strength to revive the big CLOCKMAN. From the last strength, he looks at their creation, then pitifully falls down. Perhaps he died because his clock stopped ticking. However, the clock from the future gets up and looks at his comrades. As for the other sentries who were thrown off by the explosion, I don't think they died but only passed out for a while. The scene changes again and we are transported back to the battlefield, where we are first shown a Counter Titan who is holding the head of a Drill Titan. At the same time, we can see a Cameraman Titan whose head is burning bright red, which means he is angry all over. TV Titan then says the phrase, "We don't belong here," and teleports somewhere. At the end of the series, we see a clock from the future, who also teleported. I even know where, but before this, let's talk about a Speaker Titan who had 2 arms torn off. Perhaps he died or teleported with TV Titan, as we did not see him at the end of the series. Now, where did the clock from the future teleport to? Most likely, he teleported to our timeline to help the Alliance since he already saw the future, and wasn't lying when he said that Counter Titan was coming soon, as he knew about him in his timeline. Despite the fact that the special episode did not last long, it contained a lot of useful information that will be very necessary and important in the future. So to stay in touch and see the breakdowns, subscribe and like. Bye-bye, everyone.